Hello and welcome to 10xter. In today's video, we are going to answer a very common question. Why can't your customers find you online? To answer this question, what you want to do is go to Google and go ahead and type in the name of service and the city that you serve in. So for example, in here, I have picked Handyman Services, San Jose, California. And let's analyze what happens in the search engine. So let's look at it from the customer point of view. When they're looking for you online, what do they see? So if I was a customer looking for a handyman services in San Jose, California, I will type this in Google and press the magic search button, and Google will give me a result of the best handymans in my area. You would think so, at least. So first thing I see is a Google map, and below it I see three listings of local handyman. This is what we call local listings, and below these listings I see the natural Google results. But guess what do I find? I find Yelp. I see Angie's List. I see Home Advisor. I see Thumbtag. I see expertise.com. I see porch.com, Better Business Bureau, and so forth. So pretty much on the first page, I cannot find a single website of a handyman. Isn't that pathetic? I mean, if I were a service provider and I can't find any single service provider, all I'm finding is a directory listing. Very interesting. So let's go to page number 2 and see what do we find. Okay, I think this is a local website, so that's good. And then I have Yellow Pages, then I have house.com, then I have handy.com, manta.com, Diamond Certified, Networks, MapQuest, fixer.com, and so forth. And you see, even on the second page, chances of getting a handyman to show up is very, very slim. And then let's go to page number 3 and let's see what do we find. Then we have D&B, Nextdoor. Looks like that seems like a handyman. Then I have another handyman, and then I have cityoff.com, indeed.com, homeguide.com. So basically, by the page 3, I found 3 or 4 handymans here. So you can see what's happening is that the reason why you're not getting that many phone calls these days is because you're not necessarily competing with other handymans in area. Actually, you're competing with online marketing companies. So you need to think about it. Why is it that these online marketing companies are ranking better? What can you do so your website also shows up on these Google search results so you can get some of these leads to contact you directly instead of them going to these marketing firms and then you having to buy the leads from them? So I'm going to answer some of those questions for you today. So what you want to do is perhaps go back to page number 1 and go to one of these websites that you see up here. Any of these guys, Yelp or Angie's List or Home Advisor. Click on them and take a look at it. Is that what makes this website better than your website? And I'll give you some hint. One of the things that you are going to find there is that these websites are regularly updated. I mean, look at this. What business are the highest rated for handyman in San Jose? What business has the most reviews? What business are open to handyman in San Jose? What business have in-person visits for handyman in San Jose? Similarly, how much does a handyman charge? What's the best way to set up a consultation? Point is that these websites are adding regular content to their website. And one of the problems that we see with most other service providers' website is they have a static website. That means they are not adding new, fresh content to their website. So one thing we do, as all of you guys already know, that 10xter is the easiest website builder for home service professionals. So when you go here, you can actually create your own post. So you can create a nice post, you can add new content, you can add a new service, you can add your project. So you can actually add a lot of new content to your website in a very easy fashion. You don't have to worry about backup, you don't have to worry about security, you don't have to worry about maintaining your site. All of that's the hard work that is done behind the scene is done by our team. But the easiest part is you can easily add new service. For example, let's say you go to a client site and you did a chandelier installation, or maybe you installed a new door, or maybe you installed a new faucet. Every time you do some work, it's a fresh content. You can create a new project, add some pictures, talk about that project, all that kind of good stuff, and you will be adding new content to your website just like these other companies are doing. Second thing these people do quite often, as you can see, is they're answering to customers' questions, right? So you as a service professional, you're an expert in your field. Well, guess what? You can go ahead on your website, create a new post, and add yourself a question, something that your client has asked. I mean, you go to sites every single day. Your customers are asking you questions, right? Why not create a post? Make a quick video if you want, post that here, or write a couple of lines, answer that question. The more content you will add to your website, the better it will start to rank in search engines. All right. The next thing, and I'm not going to go into these websites because I don't want to advertise them, but you can, I mean, go to any of these websites, pick any one of them, doesn't matter, especially these very popular ones, the ones who are spending millions of dollars in marketing and who have hundreds of engineers managing these websites. And what you will find that these websites are actually really good designs. These websites are designed with certain principles. For example, when you take a look at your website, does this website looks good on a web browser? How quickly can somebody find your phone number? How easily can they contact you? How easily can they see the services that you provide? How easily can they see your project, what you have done? Can they easily find reviews about you? Do they have a video about you? Like you see this on this one screen, I have a lot of information. But if you are a customer, you can see all this information in 5 minutes or less. And you'll be lucky if you get 5 minutes. I mean, most of the time people leave your website within a minute. So you need to be able to put as much good information in front of your customers in just, few seconds. What makes it very tricky is mobile devices. Most of your customers are actually not even looking at your website on their desktop. They're actually looking at it on their mobile device. So same principle. Can they easily see your reviews when they're looking on the mobile device? Can they easily see all your services when they're on their cell phone? Can they easily contact you when they are looking at on their small smartphone? So having a good navigation of the site is very, very critical. Having a lot of content on your site is very, very critical. All right. And lastly is the search engine principles. So you see, when the search engine searches your website, it is looking for some technical signals, which makes it easier for it to rank. Now, if you take a look at any of these websites that are currently ranking in Google, every single one of them is doing probably A plus on those search engine parameters. But if you take a look at your website or many of your competition website in your local market, you find out they're not necessarily doing that well. So one of the cool thing about our websites that you generate within 10xter is that these websites are already pre-configured. All your services, most of the stuff is ready to go for you. So you don't even have to do anything except adding your new projects, adding your pictures, and adding your videos and so forth. But the critical part is that your search engine optimization techniques are already built into the site. So you don't even have to worry about that. So the main point is that your customers are not able to find you because you are no longer competing with other service providers. You're actually competing with these marketing firms, and you really need to work on your website, invest on your website, add your pictures, add your content, add the answers to the questions that your customers are adding if you want to have a fighting chance. If most service providers give up on that, in the future you will only see these marketing companies. I mean, anybody can come up with a marketing company and start reselling those leads back to service professionals. So in my opinion, service professionals should work on their own website and take this position back from these marketing companies. You should be able to drive a lot of traffic to your own website and obviously generate these leads for free instead of having to buy them from these marketing portals all the time online. So I hope this video helped. I know there are many marketers watching this video. If you agree with me, please leave a comment. If you have a question, concern, something that you want to point out, please help me do so. Thank you so much, and we'll look forward to helping you in the next video.